Hello everyone, I'm going to share with you my journey and why I started Padel. So it started when I was working with my client and he started telling me stories about Padel. He was so addicted, playing all of the time. And as you know, I help people with their fitness, their health and their performance in the gym and overall lifestyle. So it was up to me to actually go out and find more expertise so I could add more value to my client, because without having a background, there was no way I could give that extra value. So I did my research and I found Padel Pro where we are today, where I still play. And I booked some coaching lessons because I am a coach, and what I do for people is take them on a shortcut to get to their goal. So this is exactly the same what I wanted to do in Padel. I wanted to get the actual professional advice of what a player needs, the injuries, how they can improve, so I could support my client even better. And that's where I met Coach People. And I actually booked 5 coaching lessons, and that's all I was going to do. And when I started from a complete beginner, and of course, I know there's so many of you, you want to start something new and you might be a bit scared because you've never done it before and you're concerned about how good you will be. But this is the thing, whenever we start something new, we're not going to be good. Every expert starts as a beginner, and be excited about the new experience, because whatever happens, you're going to learn and you're only going to improve when you practice more and more. So I started my first coaching session, and straight away I fell in love with the sport. It was so much fun. I was learning, I was laughing, I was meeting new people. And this is another lesson. When you want to start something new, maybe there's no one around you that actually does what you want to do. But don't let this hold you back, because when you go off and do whatever you want to do, you're going to meet similar people in the same position. And that's how you meet like-minded people, you know, get a bigger network of similar minds to enjoy and play a new sport or a skill or an activity. So never be afraid to start something when you're on your own, because you're not alone. You know, you've got the whole world out there. And something I love about Padel, especially at Padel Pro, is the community. There are people from all over the world, and we have a similar interest in Padel, but I am learning so much. Every person is so different. So during the games, obviously we're focused and we're playing, but after each set we get to speak, and after the matches, we develop a relationship, and there is so much I'm learning and enjoying every day, and I'm actually being open to even more activities. So that's a benefit when you start something new. Not only are you discovering a new sport, but you actually get introduced to more, because the people you meet, they're not just doing Padel, they're doing so much more. And you can venture with the people you meet into, you know, whatever takes your interest. So when I started Padel, as I said, I was a beginner, but this is the beauty of practice and consistency. I've been playing over a year now, and with the right expertise and continuing to do lessons, play Padel, normal games, and going off to tournaments, I have improved. And this is like you, whatever you will start, if you just continue to practice and look at failure as an opportunity to get better. See, some people they're afraid of failing, but this is the only way we can actually improve and move forward. And I'm going to explain to you so you can apply it in any aspect of your life. So every day I kind of look for where I'm going to fail, because if I'm succeeding every single time, I'm not actually improving. My goals are not big enough. And when I set a big enough goal and I know what direction I'm going in, as soon as I experience failure or I make a mistake, I can identify where I'm weak, where I need to improve. And as soon as I do that and I put that into practice, eventually when I get up that step, that is progress. And progress is success. Success isn't all about winning. it can just be a small step of progress. And when you keep doing this again and again, day after day, can you imagine how far you're going to be in the future? And this is what I do in Padel and every aspect of my life, because I want to get better. And I actually make it a daily practice in everything. How can I improve? How can I learn? Who can I meet? And I'm not alone. There are so many extraordinary people, whether it be coaches, mentors, even access on our phone to people with extraordinary stories that we can learn from. And if you do this every day, it's not only going to benefit what you're focusing on, your goal. You actually realize it's going to benefit everything in your life, because suddenly you're not afraid of failure. You're using it as a passport to the future. So when it comes to Padel, I like to set goals as well. And this may be a tournament. And some people, they're afraid of setting a goal because it means it's going to show how they perform. But don't be afraid of this. When you set a goal, just look to proceed. And no matter what happens at the end result, you've improved, you're going to learn. And for a tournament, you're not going to win straight away. But every tournament I play, I look at it as a lesson to improve in the future. And I get to experience being nervous and being under pressure. And this adds all to my performance, not just in Padel, but in everything in my life. So when it comes to pressure, it's going to make me strong. If I'm not actually applying that pressure to myself, I'm just going to be weak, because we don't get strong by luck. When it comes to being in a game with really challenging opponents, maybe I'm not going to look that good, but if I keep playing them, they're going to make me get better even quicker. So don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. And this is exactly the same in your whole life. When it comes to going against opponents, I try to pick really tough competitors. And when I play them, sometimes I might lose 6-0, but I do not give up. And I make sure after the game, I will reflect. I'll see where I was weak. I'll go to my coach. I'll try and improve. And then I'll go against them again. And my aim is to just get a game. And if I get a game, if I lose 6-1, I've still improved. And I will go again and again and again until eventually I beat them. And then that makes me feel so good, that level of progress. My only competition is me. As soon as I compete with anyone else, I've already lost. And my goal is to put as much as I can into every game. So I'm constantly improving. And something I love about Padel is the partnership. This is the only sport I've played with one partner. So in a game, there are 4 players, 2 versus 2. And it's really nice when you get a partner that's so supportive and competitive. And it's not just about Padel. There is so much strategy. Where are the players' weaknesses? How can we win the point? What are we doing wrong as a team? How can we set up the other player to finish the point? There is so much thinking, so it exercises your mind. And again, this is the same in your everyday life. You can actually look at your overall life and think, okay, how can I improve here? How can I move forward here? How can I get this task done? So you are actually practicing life-changing skills in Padel. And I can guarantee if you do start, not only will it improve your health and fitness and get your heart beating and it will be fun, but it will actually transform your life with the people you meet, the life-changing skills, and just the ongoing competitive side of what makes a person strong. If that inspired you today and it resonates with you and any other sport, please comment below, and I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening.